Um, oh, hi, welcome to my test stream. If I am in fact streaming, I'm checking all the things. Yes, welcome. Yes. What am I doing here? Can you tell it's been a minute?
Jesus Christ! Fuck, we're never gonna get this footage.
Shut up. No. Channel. Yeah, I'm live.
Jesus Christ! Fuck.
Sweet. Okay. So, Twitch stream works. Does the YouTube side still work? We shall find out. These thoughts are with me and myself. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I looks like I'm live on the tubes. Ba, 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 ba. Sure am. Yeah, looks like I'm live on the tubes. Okay, muted that. Test. Off to a stunning start. Okay. Huh. Alright. Oh, I have an idea. Maybe I should share the stream. Oh, what an idea. There he is. I was hoping you'd figure it out. Oh man, with the resubscribe on the primes. Wow, that's something. Oh, wow. That's also something I have not done or said or seen in a minute. What's up? Meep. Does that mean something actually announced in the server? Hey, cool. Things work? Wow. Wow. I'm just doing a test anyways. That's all I was really planning. Nothing crazy. I was trying to sort of replicate what I had going on before, and I found a way to get some of my old overlays. So I'm a little closer. A little closer. I even managed to get a bot up, but it's not like the old bot. Here, let me try something here. Hydro bits. I gotta log in. That is annoying. One and done. Oh, I think I one and done it. That's always good. That's always a good feeling when you can one and done a login when you haven't done it in a long time. You followed my deadass channel for a month. Just recently you spent your free Twitch sub on pool bitches. Probably a better return than what I got going on here, man. Still, long hair, don't care. Just kind of got it. You could say tied in the back. It's more like haphazardly packed. But I promise it was a hard decision. I see what you mean there. Hard decision. Okay, well, I don't think people are coming in by the droves. The king of the never announcing when I do random streams kind of thing. But I was on to my next task. Task 1 was get all the shit off of my desk. So like if I was going to start the stream, I was like, well, I should at least portray that I'm not a total fucking pig. But that would be false. But this was task number 2. Meep. As you were challenging me, I was literally in the middle of my thing. You know what? I know what's missing. Them crunchy fucking tunes. I think that's next on the list of things to do. Figure out my crunchy tunes playlist. I think I can get to that pretty easily. Stream tunes, bruh. Meep with the bits. It's starting to come back. Let's see. Muzak. What am I doing here? I should have a lot of the original tunage that I used to play, so that should be pretty straightforward here. Music, stream tunes. Ooh, okay, bit loud. Gotta fix that. I probably should have done that before I started the stream. Audio. So do the honky. You want more attention for that bit? All right. There you go. Where? Oh, okay. That's how I used to do that. So let me bring it down here. That is still not better there. I don't like that. Do something about right chair. How's that, Meep? Crunchy, crunchy. Crunchy, crunchy. Crunchy, crunchy. Crunchy 10 edge. 100 bits. Okay, I got the currency up. What the fuck are the commands though? I don't remember. Okay, that seems to still work, so that's cool. Testing streams. Let's see. Dusting off them bootstraps, dusting. Maybe a different time, but we still got some crunchy fucking tunes here. Crude diamond test. We're old. I'm dealing with that. Yeah. Trick for that is making sure you touch butts as much as you can. Legal butts, obviously. This song feels like there's too much going on there. Bring it down a little bit more. I feel like that should. Okay, where else do I need to be doing? What the heck else do I do? Damn. Oh, I already had a paper out. This is also part of the test. All right. Test complete. How about them craptos, guys? Oh yeah, never mind these big jars of weed I have all over my desk. Okay. Meep coin still there? Show me your contract. Meep coin. The DAO token of the Meep Vestments platform structure. Chill the hell out of Meep coin and let's get rich. Dude, I just did it naturally without even being asked to. You saw, you see how flawless? It may have been a few years, my dude. It comes out like, so smooth. Meep Vestments. Well, Internet, welcome to my chat with the Germans. That's all this stream really is right now. Different time, same Hydrodome. With a few more upgrades. Couple upgrades. I got a little photo booth for slinging my mom's bullshit. 200,000 of y'all came over here? Well, then, no wonder why these fucking roads are getting fucked up. I guess you would have to understand what's going on around here to kind of, I guess, understand why I think that's a funny joke. But no, like, they've been doing a lot of road work out my way. And one of the things they've been doing, like, I know the roundabout thing, that's a very European style of roadway, right? Maybe not specifically German, but it's a very European thing. And then they started kind of implementing that here and there, out here in certain places. You know, it depends on the place. You know, they ain't doing this in like a farm community. And now I'm just, I don't know, maybe I'm just a dickhead, but maybe I presume it's a European thing, because it just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me, but maybe it makes sense to somebody else much smarter than me. But now, instead of, like, you know, your roadways going like here through a particular intersection, well, we got a couple of spots out there now that do this. Like, the main headings are still this way, but there's a section of the road where you gotta like cross over and then cross back over. There's probably some logic that I'm just not seeing with it, but whatever. It seems goofy, but people are having trouble getting used to it in my area. And so they're like, when the light's red, they stop at an area they really shouldn't have been stopped, but I guess it was engineered in such a way that it wouldn't exactly cause a problem with traffic as long as it was only like one car. I don't know. Weird road stuff that we're dealing with. That's just my whole life around here is just fucking road work. I would have thought the Germans would have came by and actually made something better, but no, my roads still suck. I thought the Germans actually owned some of our toll roads. Like, I thought I heard at some point our state sold off the rights to our fucking iPass toll road system, and so like the Germans are in charge of that and like control all the money for that now. Or I don't know, maybe that used to be a thing. I don't know. Do you like how I say that? The Germans. Alright. Just in case, though. Just Deutsche Telekom. Deutsche Telekom? Alright, let's do some tweaking here. Oh my god, look at how dirty this mat is. You could probably smoke this mat and actually get a high off of it. There's so much like weed shrapnel. Seems you don't even know it. I mean, we got T-Mobile. Is that like your guys' T-Mobile? Germans bought in big into U.S. mobile carrier market. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, Verizon's a big player with that. I thought about buying some Verizon stock, you know, just for some dividend stuff, but wouldn't say I'm a fan either, you know. That's another thing I've been doing, Meep, has been I have completely fucking been restructuring my normie stock portfolio. Just like, you know, I got it, it's just kind of been sitting dormant too. And like I'll open it up one day and I was like, ooh. And I was like, oh, I gotta fix you. Had some like shit stock picks, you know, from like gambling on weed companies a bunch of years ago. I was like, ugh, I need to get rid of you. and which is fine, because I'm going to need to write off as many losses as possible, right, for what's probably going to incur tax-wise, implication-wise this year. So, not mad about it, you know. If anything, it's going to help me fucking doing all this restructuring with, you know, selling a bunch of losers off. There were some losers that were so losery you can't even sell them. I still feel like this tunage is too much. Let's see. Anything going on in other chats? It's just me and Meep here on Twitch. My buddy Meep and I, yeah. That's another thing I think might need a bit of adjusting. That's not so bad. You're not into stocks at all. T-Mobile to the core is German. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll go into T-Mobile. Yeah, what I've been focused on because like I have a normal stock brokerage account and then I have a Roth IRA retirement account. Reason why you have both is because your retirement here in the U.S., depending on your age, you're capped out at X amount of dollars that you can contribute yearly. And, there's some backdoor bullshit that some rich guys know that I don't fully understand in order to be able to technically contribute more to it, but that's advanced level that I'm not fully known on yet. So that's why you have like the other just normal stock brokerage portfolio where you're more likely going to be incurring, short-term capital gains more frequently, and the tax structure is different because, a Roth IRA, you're basically paying your taxes up front, and all of your stuff in there is growing tax-free, and when it comes to pulling it out, you're not going to get whacked on the back end. Versus traditional, you're getting kind of like taxed on the back end as you start to pull from your IRA in retirement. I mean, at least that's the very primitive version of my understanding of it. You're paying taxes based on what your income is now, on your contributions, and I guess whatever gains that are made in there. Maybe it's not the contributions, but specific to gains, I think. And I don't know. I don't fucking know. But, it's like either front end or back end. Where do you want it? Typically, people will choose the Roth if they anticipate that they're going to end up making even more money down the line, meaning they're going to be in a higher tax bracket down the line, so it's probably advantageous to do the Roth now, pay your level of taxes now, versus if you end up having, say, huge ass, amounts that you're pulling from your traditional IRA, you're going to pay based on your tax bracket then, which could mean you're way up in the tax bracket system. You're going to be paying more in taxes. I mean, taxes, unfortunately for me, I was always kind of tardy to the party with it, and I still have a very simplistic understanding of them. It's tax code and tax stuff. A lot of that shit gets over my head, and, there's a lot to it. In my Roth IRA, what you are able to do is you can pull out your contribution, right? But you can't pull out any more than that. The same thing, I think, goes for traditional. But if you do access to your money early, you're going to get whacked, which obviously something, you don't want to do. But as far as that contribution, you can, if like you contribute $7,000, you can pull that $7,000 out and not get whacked the penalty. So if you pull anything above that out, then you're going to get whacked a penalty. What if you die? Well, I guess you better have your beneficiary set up. There's stuff in there. There's a section like in your brokerage portfolio, your IRA portfolio, where you can set up your beneficiaries so they can get access to all your stuff and all that kind of thing. And yeah, and that was like another goal of mine, to actually maintain contributions, because I've super snoozed on that over the past few years, but inflation's been eating up everybody's fucking pie, so there isn't much left over to contribute to begin with, and so I've been, trying to formulate a good plan on where I'm going forward with the picks within my portfolios. For example, I'm going pretty heavy in on REITs, which is like rental income properties, which this one in particular pays you. A lot of these companies I'm looking at are dividend yielding, and dividend yields vary and all this other shit. And so one of them's a tobacco company. They've been around forever. They've been growing their dividends forever, even with people not smoking as much. It's still whatever. All they got to do is tax the smokers. So they have like almost a 10% dividend yield. That's paid quarterly. The REITs that I'm talking about, realty, investment income things, basically they pay dividends monthly. So I'm going pretty heavy on those so I can have monthly dividend distributions versus getting like quarterly, only quarterly dividends. I manage the money. I manage it all. I go through a brokerage like an exchange, right? So in my case, Charles Schwab used to be TD Ameritrade. They had a merger. They acquiesced it and merged, and then now it's Charles. I'm in Charles Schwab, so I'm the one. I'm directing it all. I direct my IRA. There's people you can pay to do this stuff. I've done this all on my own. Like my mom has a guy, like, her brokerage guy who makes her money and she's happy. And I'm like, that's good enough for her. That works for her. I don't trust fucking no one. It's just me and my weed stock gamble picks from 2016. Can you bring in Bitcoin? It depends on the platform. I'm not sure you can bring in Bitcoin in the way that you and I think about bringing in Bitcoin. I feel like in some of these cases you're buying like a paper share version of a Bitcoin, and then of course you have the ETFs, which you have exposure to that. What in the actual fuck? There's one. I was hoping someone would come through. I'm just doing a test, Mike the Greek. What's up, man? I've been toying with the idea of doing like an auction, and like, well, I gotta basically redo all this, so I'm just like in a test phase. And Meep showed up, and so I've just been talking to him. This is just, I was just smoking a joint and talking to our German buddy. But yeah, depending on the exchange, they will allow some of their users access to those Bitcoin ETFs now. So, I suppose there is exposure to Bitcoin, but not Bitcoin in the way you and I think about it. So, in fact, it is still basically paper Bitcoin. Bitcoin on paper. What's up, Mike the Greek? Where is everybody? Don't they know I do this all the time? Why aren't you doing that? Because, I'd rather own the Bitcoin than the ETF. What little fucking Bitcoin I have left. Thanks, Cockfi. So I don't need to put it in a third-party portfolio and, all the scare tactic, gold bug stuff. Oh, they can freeze you out and all this stuff. Sure, whatever. I'm fine. So in that turn, I'd rather have the Bitcoin. What happens when your investment in this position thing burns down? In this pension thing? It's not, well, it's on you. Really, it's at that point, it's on you. Whatever you pick, whatever you're doing, if you're not putting the work in. There's a simplistic way of doing it. Just, doing your monthly contribution and whatever. Just auto-doing your things, just basic management stuff, dollar cost averaging kind of thing, long-term scope things. You're not buying and selling really too much in your IRA unless, you see some significant gains and you could do it at a better tax advantage. Bro, shit's been boring. Still trying to get Seeker to make a Judy round, but he pusses out. I did recover the Judy video. I just, I don't know if I want to just like update it a little bit, so it's like, hey, you know, this is based on old stuff, so I don't think I need all this extra shit I have in the video. But maybe I'm just being too picky, and I could just put it out there. Yeah, but it does live again. That took a while to recover. It was pretty much files got moved. The master file was there and still had everything in place, all the cuts and transitions. The hard part was getting all of these aligned back over here so it could pick it all up properly. So it was all just like got put in a different file. And I just had to switch it all over, and it's a working video again. I just don't, you know, I don't know when, how, why. You know, I think I tried dropping hints over in Seeker's Discord or like a month ago or something, and like nobody fucking said a damn thing. And I was like, okay, well, I'll forget about this again for a while. Tried seeing if I could develop any kind of hype somewhere else other than my own little bubble Discord, where it's just pretty much me and my thoughts at these days. What happens when your investment thing burns down? Does anybody cover you when you're old? What do you mean, cover me when I'm old? Are those payments forced? Do you have to save for later? What happens when you don't pay? I've been cursed. Well, if you don't make your contribution, right, for your IRA, well, then, you know, sucks to be you. You didn't make your contribution. But there's like little loopholes. So like if you're in the next year, or if you're filing for this year, say, and you can make like a last minute contribution to last year, right, and then contribute to your max this year, you know. So like there's little like rich people loopholes and shit here and there. Does somebody cover you when you're old? I mean, shit, usually with IRAs, man, like your time scope on these is pretty much for the lifetime that you're working and contributing to it, you know. Usually people put a healthy mix of like stocks, bonds, and what's the other one? Maybe a little bit of cash to speculate. As you get older, you'll do less risky things. You'll do things that's going to provide you income, like dividend yielding stocks or shit, you know. I mean, there's a lot going on there, you know. So there's quite a lot of tools in the normie investing world. Yeah, I let it burn out. That happens a lot here. I'm just kind of reveling in the fact that I even got the stream. The stream came up a lot easier than I thought it would. Like, I still got to like put a couple things in, like this header up top here, like along the top of the screen, right there. Probably don't need this. I don't know if I'm going back to hunting, but it looks like some things are still working. Yeah, no, that's still working because Meep just did one. And that must be your cumulative, like the top cheer you ever done. That's still in there. But I think all that data is linked to my Twitch, so that makes sense. A sister covers everybody regardless of the money you're paid in. But yeah, basically you're forced to try and like scrimp and save and be smart about it and put it into devices like IRAs and shit like that. So like just simply having money on the side isn't enough. You know, once you get old, it's pretty much on you to take care of yourself. And you know, if you don't got a lot of family and shit, well, you better make a lot of money, and you better have a beefy ass portfolio that'll pay you in dividends and then pay your monthly bills, pay your monthly fucking Medicare stuff and your pills and whatever other lifestyle things, and then possibly caregivers if you don't have family to take care of you, you know. Like, That's what we got to do here. There is a private option, but normies have gov pension payments and are drawn from, and don't get me wrong, there's still like Social Security that people as they work, the taxes and some of the taxes that they pay, some of that stuff from their check goes into their Social Security, which, once they hit retirement age, they'll be able to pull from as well. So but then you get taxed on your income for that. So you get taxed on your Social Security, or it's not Social Security. It's Social Security. But a lot of speculate that our generation probably might not even have access to such a tool anymore. So I might be paying into it for nothing. But generally saying, that's still not enough, because then you factor in all the whole healthcare stuff going on in the country, and you still got to pay for your Medicare, you still got to pay for your doctors and all this other shit, and certain things covered, but still trickles getting pulled out of your pocket, and over time that's inflation. So what's $50 today, by the time you're old, that's $200 fucking visit, right? So your portfolio, your social probably isn't doing that great at keeping up or beating inflation. So again, that comes back to largely being on you, and trying to either score the best job in the fucking world, be the best creator in the fucking world, or just be really good at stockpiling and investing and getting your money to work for you in such a way that most people can't even do that. It's fucked. You're supposed to just retire and live on this one thing? Nah. Not the way all this is going. The flations, bro. The Silent Killer. Well, I hope you make more appearances. It's a breath of fresh air mixed with pot smoke compared to the other 1K streamers who try to be like certain streamers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I'm neurospicy. A lot of people don't like the neurospice. Can't handle it. Sorry, bro. Do we have a third viewer? Who's the third? Nobody on YouTube. I'm dead to the world on YouTube. But why? I can't cry about that. I haven't posted a video in months. I was kind of on a roll there, getting some content out, and then I just fell on my ass. I was like, oh, I burnt out again. It's hard to do all the things all at once. There's so many things you want to do, and there's only so much you're going to be able to do. And then constantly reprioritizing what needs to take priority. And that's just constantly changing, and, we're kind of back in crypto season again, so I've been reshuffling around, and then I've been trying to make my promises with all the things that I've said probably years ago. Oh, I'm going back to streaming, guys, I swear. Shit going down at work, fucking had a technician down due to injury for 6 months, and man, does that, when your all-star player goes down, you're already in a really thin labor market for your specific market. When you have large corporate dealerships coming in and eating up all the labor supply on top of that, offering fucking techs almost $50 an hour just for walking in the fucking door. I'm out here trying to compete with that shit, and I am down my best guy. So I've had all of that, and dealing with all that for months, and we're kind of finally we stopped the bleeding probably a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and it's all right, I think we hit the bottom. I think we finally hit a bottom here, and we're starting to trend back upward, thank God. So it's like, oh god. This is lots. What's up, Whitney Balls? Meep. Meep. I got you, man. Meep, everybody. I'm not just saying, but I'm just saying Meep was first. I mean, I did say like, oh, I don't know, like 8 or 9, and then it was like 9:30 when I popped on later, because I was trying to get files from the old rig into this rig, because I couldn't find anything online, and what used to be free through Streamlabs OBS is no longer free. It's all paid subscription stuff, which is like the ultimate end-all be-all situation for everything now these days. Walmart subscription, Target subscription, Amazon subscription. It's stupid shit. I mean, that's kind of basically what that fucking shitcoin GPU we were talking about earlier. Like, it's just a subscription. That's basically all it is. It's just the rental. You miss my face? My little old face? It's probably gotten a little worse. My RBF has, I don't think, improved at all. You just got to work. Working it and twerking it, Whitney. How is you and Mr. Balls? How is that, gentleman? Well, yeah, test streamies. Because I told you guys for weeks now, whoever may have been paying attention in the Discord, again, I think it's just a place for me to park my thoughts now. Thinking I'm dropping alpha in my crypto section, and it's just Mr. Balls. Oh, yeah. What's up? I'm like, hey, what's up? Got some action. I already feel like I need a cigarette with all the excitement. Oh, but I've streamed for about 48 minutes now. Okay, I'm not gonna pause now. Not for this crunchy tune. Do you guys hear the music? How's the music sound? How, like, the sound in general? Is it okay? Does it need to be better? Does the mic need to be better? I mean, do I need to be better? I probably do. I don't have my additional lighting on either. Okay, just living in this screwed up world. Okay. Sounds about par for the course then. I mean, sounds about right. No, well balanced. Not crunchy enough. Not crunchy enough. Meep says perfect. Well, he said well balanced. He didn't say perfect. Hold on. Did it get crunchier now? I just saw it on lag on the YouTube, and like I turned and it looked like I was doing this, and I was like, oh, that doesn't look right. And I'm going to do it again here. Sonic the Hedgehog. Motherfucking Hedgehog. Which one was that? Sonic the Hedgehog. I think I know what you're talking about. I can't think about it though. This should mostly be the original playlist, because I did migrate that on early on. It's about his voice, not the loud background music that punishes my autistic senses. Need a little Sonic. Need Sonic to show us the way. Yep, I'm working on a budget hotel. Work overnight 2 times a week. I'm sure that's rather interesting, yes. No doubt. Hotel life. I mean, just the other day I was at a country inn. And, like, this car pulled up as I pulled up. And, like, it was obviously full of, like, teenagers and shit. And, like, one of them popped out. And, like, we're getting to the door at the same time. And he's that second ahead of me. And I'm like, I already had a room. So, like, I'm like, whatever. And I'm like, here we go. He's like, how old do you gotta be to rent a room? He's like, guys, you need this. You need this. I can't do this. Come on, man. I told you. And it's like, oh, okay, so this ain't this first rodeo here. I'm like, why do they keep hitting this place, huh? Chaotic, lots of work, a little bit of cancer. Oh, just a little bit of cancer. Just nonchalant about it. My Greek. Yeah, I remember you talking to me about that too, man. I mean, I'm glad to see you still hanging in there. I'm glad to see you showed up too, man. So I really appreciate that. With the chaos, you still showed up. That means a lot. You too, Whitney. You too, Meep. Weird times. Yeah, weird year so far. Weird fucking year. Weird last year. Last year was super fucked. Last year, I went from, like, super high to, like, devastating lows. And then, like, this year, I thought I already hit the bottom on those lows, but we treaded a little bit further with, I'm sure this affected very little of you except me and Meep, the BlockFi and the FTX and the SBF and all that bullshit that's happened over the course of the last months. And BlockFi users, quote unquote, supposedly getting their retribution, and it just feels disgusting. Knowing what I knew, was not practicing what I would very much preach to other people. So I accepted the risk. I knew. So that's how the year started, with just that little extra. Just like, yeah, you little thugger, remember, you start from the bottom again. It's like, okay. I see you. Got this. A lot more lessons. Scary. Taken care of and all gone. Good, man. So you're on a better path. That's great. So, I mean, there we go. We rounded out to, well, I think most of the fucking is over, guys. I think all of us collectively at this point have taken the amount of L's we have needed to take and necessary for us to step forward into the new lives that we have to inherit. Not a big phone person, phone anxiety. Yeah, I could get that. I can understand that for sure. For me, I don't like doing dry conversation with customers. And I gotta do surface level things that I don't participate in. So, like, I have zero knowledge about, and all I can do is be nice and be like, yep. Uh-huh. Or if it's, particular topics that I just either don't care about, or I'm just so appalled about that I still ultimately don't care about. But I have to make sure my face ain't making faces, because apparently that got me into trouble in my 20 group recently. So apparently my face was making faces every time people in the group would make certain references on certain, like, in certain religious tones, right? And I've noticed this change over the course of the last several months, as well, really a couple of years now, because a lot of the OGs that used to be in the group are, have retired, moved on, gone now. And so there's been a lot of new blood in my group, and there's been a bit of a rotating door kind of going on here. And I've noticed specifically over the course of the last year, a lot more these newer bloods in there. There's a lot of kind of like very traditional boomers in my group. And so, like, these little blips started showing up in our meetings, and before I know it, it's like half the meeting is in, like, religious euphemisms. And I'm like, what is going on here? But, I'm not going to say anything. I think I'm being respectful, just not saying anything. I'm just like, whatever. But my face, on the other hand, was saying something totally different. That somebody called me out on it, and I was like, what? Are you serious? He was like, yeah, no, you do something like when this thing's happen. And I'm like, oh. So my apology to the guy was like, and I bullshit you not, was, I am literally sorry for the things that my face may have said that I did not say. So that is the story of the time that my face got me in trouble. But, like, I get it too. Even me being here on, doing this thing, right, it's kind of different. I guess I can get my groove once I get there. But, like, for example, the other day I texted my mom, right? And I was like, Ma, I did the thing. Done. What does she do? What the fuck does she do a second after I send that text? She calls me, and I'm like, this is why I texted you. I didn't want to talk. Your face told me to spark another doobie. See? My face does things to people. It offends people. It inspires some others, I guess. Mama Hydra, she doing okay. She doing all right. Her and I actually have a trip coming up. In approximately 16 days and 1.5 hours. Well, and some change, but basically 16 days. Maza Hydro and I will be going on an Alaskan cruise. So, on top of trying to get my life organized, I gotta fit a cruise in there. But I finished my check-in yesterday. Where am I boarding? We fly into Seattle, and unfortunately, I don't get to have any extra playground time because the way the cruise was set up, it was done via casinos at sea. Thanks, Mom. And so they took care of, like, they scheduled the flight, where I'm flying out of, where I'm landing. We go into some special line at the airport. They take care of our bags, that kind of deal. So, like, I don't get to play in Seattle. So, I unfortunately, I'm not even probably going to have enough time once I'm in port. When the fuck am I going to What am I going to spend like $50 on an Uber? It takes me into a dispo so I could get one joint. You know, like I'm not going to do all that. So we're pretty much going from my airport to the other airport to the port to the ship, from what it seems like. And 100% I am grateful for all of this. We're talking bucket list cruises. It's not the most ideal time to be going, but it's bucket list cruises. What the fuck? That's only 2 hours from you? Damn. Man, see, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I wish they would have gave us a little bit more leeway so, like, I could have got in at least one fucking night before, right? Like, so I could at least have a little bit of Cali playground time. Maybe not the real Cali playground time that I want. Cough, Queen Mary. Cough, Disney, right? Like, all that stuff. Cough, national parks, that's its own ball in its own. National parks is its own ball. Theme parks and spooky stuff is its own ball. California and just the whole West Coast is its own ball. And then we haven't talked about Oregon. We haven't talked about Washington, right? But yeah, we're flying in Seattle and doing all that. And yeah, Alaska. 7 days or 8 days? It's 8 days. Wait. Seattle, you just watch them throw fish. Oh, yeah, the market. Okay, I remember now. Isn't that where some of the scenes were shot for... Fuck, what's that movie? The Pork Chop Express. You know what I'm saying? Old Jack Burton. What the fuck is it called? Big Trouble in Little China. Or is that based in New York? I don't remember. Now I don't remember. Boom, check. Got boom. Boom, check. Boom, check. So I think I kind of got the currency bot back up too. All our old commands, I'd have to look at our old bot and see what I did so I can try and reinstate that. So like there'll be some similarities and stuff. As far as like regular streaming goes, I don't know. Sadly enough, I'm not too thrilled of the idea of doing big hunts like we did before, and you know, like donation bags and all that stuff. I mean, maybe just cut to the chase and just be like, all right, we get, you know, we just do it solely donation based, and it's just a pot. You know, if we hit 50 donations, $50 in donations for a night, then I'm giving away an ounce, and one lucky winner is going to end up with it. Something like that. Like, you know, it was all the legwork that went into that I think ran it down for me. And it was a straight up second job. And constantly having to feed it, you know. But then there was like that slow decay towards the end, and it's like, man, how much longer can these people do this? How much longer? There's one thing. How much longer can I do this? How much longer can these people do this? So I'm like, save your money, people. No more. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And you know, that was a big step too, having to finally just make the change. Hopefully something more inventive comes along, and I just kind of let it rest. It was fine. I originally wanted to test the stream last night, but then I got distracted and I was doing testnet Cardano stuff, and then I ended up getting my editing friend Natalie, of all people. I got her involved in playing around with a Cardano wallet and the testnet and stuff, and I was like, congratulations, guys. You did the thing. Pretty much just trying to farm airdrop. Yeah, and the Bitcoin halving happens when I'm on the cruise. Not that I won't have internet, but it's like it's not the same as when I'm at my command center and doing my thing. You know, it is not the same. And I've taken specific steps to, like, you know, not bring my work here to work at work or work anywhere else, you know. Still gotta meet me and like, yeah, I know, man. So we'll add it to the list. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much spooky stuff this year. I did a lot of cool spooky stuff towards the end of last year. You know, I lost a girlfriend, and then I gained a huge dopamine fixation on renting out rental properties, and I got to a point where I went to a place completely by myself. I'm not sure you guys are aware, I rented out a Whispers estate in Indiana completely by myself. I didn't have anybody else with me. It was pretty wild. I had the REM pod go off by itself in the basement. I was like, wow, that was like first time something got me like that. I was like, all right. So that was fun. So, you know, as usual, folks, all the ideas that I did and filmed, still sitting on all of that. And then all the stuff that I still have yet to film, Alaska, Europe, and then fucking whatever else might cross the dopamine platter, you know, like, and then whatever I'm doing with Bootstrap. I don't have a lot planned with Bootstrap this year either. My main plan this year with Bootstrap is to rent it out. I don't even want to camp this year. Like, I am so focused on restructuring lately that, and plus the time constraints with doing these 2 big cruises with Mom, like, that's a lot of time gone that I can't focus and provision for other things that I might otherwise normally be doing. Again, I'm not complaining about that, by the way. It just means I have to shift. So, I guess it's official, guys. If you really wanted to rent out old Bootstrap, you can. But I gotta fix a leak. You know, new season, new leaks. I gotta get a guy up on the roof because I ain't getting my fat ass up there. Fuck that. I ain't doing it. So I'm gonna get somebody to hit some of the seams real quick for me. So yeah, old Bootstrap is available for rental at like $200 a night. I mean, I was just kind of throwing a number out there. You know, I posted this before the season even really was in full swing out here. So just seeing if it sticks, and maybe I'll lower it a little bit. I think I have it at $199 right now. And then you can rent e-bikes, and then you can rent the rack to hold the e-bikes. So yeah, I figured since no grand adventures in Bootstrap this year are very few and far between, it's time to make some money off of them. But I'll also give better deals for, you know, you guys. Obviously, if you really want to rent out old Bootstrap, I will absolutely not charge you obscene rates. But yes, at the end of the day, do I want to make obscene money? Yup. I have some catching up to do this year. Pimp old Bootstrap out. That's kind of what I'm doing, man. I kind of got wrecked in some areas, and I have to adjust. And then, you know, trying to contribute to my IRA, trying to contribute to my normie portfolio, trying to contribute to my crypto portfolio. Actually been selling metals. That's the only thing that's like really good right now. Cough. I want to do an auction. Did you guys know? I did share an Excel file if you want to see my auctions/bin list. I don't know what day or when, you know. I was kind of hoping maybe people would show up and give me an idea of when they would want to do things. But, you know, I ain't going to complain about 3 viewers right now. I think I might be one of those viewers, so it's just us two. Do the custom emoticons still work? Yes. They sure do. I think. Yep. That's cool. I think we lost Meep. Oh shit. Today was Thursday, so technically it was a normal, like, it would have been a normal Thursday, I guess. Oh. Alright, man. Yeah, me, I'm surprised. Yeah, I figured you already did fall asleep. Alright, buddy. I'll talk to you later, dude. I'll look into those other things, too, as well. I'll be up for a few more hours. Did you know Seeker found a beanie and he wore it for a bit? You have the OG, triple OG one? Nice. What was this Norwegian house? Boy, I am tired though. I was up late last night and I was up super early yesterday, so like, and I slept super fucked up into today. But like, just tired all day. Oh, silly me. Sitting there telling you, yeah, if you want to see my auction and bin list, well, here's most of the stuff that I'm looking to sell. And, you know, I mean, even if we you know, this all does not have to sell via the stream, right? Or whatever. I just, you know, yeah, I thought it'd be cool. And then still, there's options for people, like, that'll probably be available offline. You know, again, I've been trying to re-strategize and regroup, and this means some things need to go, and believe it or not, the rare Hydro Horde assembly of kooks will be available. Not a lot, but enough. Of course, we've seen this. How many times have I flashed this throughout the years at this point? That's up. We got a kind of a rough capsule of a lunar mouse. Ah, here's a nice one. I've been trying to get him to wear a beanie again, so all I would say in his chat was bring back the beanie 2024 or 2023 and 24. Yeah, it was when he did the auction for AG Price and he ended up signing it. I think I ended up getting it for $200. Wow. Oh man, AG Price. Yeah, that's right. Damn. Forgot about that. Yeah, that dude was cool. He was nice. He was good to me. But check this one out. A rare. These were popular as hell when they came out. And they're still popular. They're still doing runs of these. Not specifically the Waka, but this is from that first run of the Zombucks. Currency of the... What was it? Apocalypse? Yeah. I always thought these were cool. I have a whole tube of these, but this is not from that tube. This was a single jingler I had, and I was like, well, I suppose I'll do the single jingler. so a lot of this stuff, I mean, you have seen a lot of this stuff before, but this is all private stash Hydro Horde stuff. Of course, you've seen these bad boys. High relief proofs of the Fantastic Beasts. Look at that. Yeah, all that light is emitting from my CP. Let's see, what else we got? You know, we got some run-of-the-mill stuff like Philharmonics, right? Like, you know, these are good stacking pieces that are typically a little cheaper and almost always have that milk spotting problem. Holy cow. Wow. We have 4 viewers. My God. Did anybody show up on YouTube, though? I wager probably not. Nope. Oh, no, there was Mike the Greek over there multitasking. Nice. Let's see. What else we got here? Ooh. We got a stack of Star Wars pieces. An assortment of Star Wars. One of them being... look at that reverse proof. Let's see, we got some Troopers, some clone Boba Fett, a couple of Boba Fetts. Why not? Back to the Future. I'm pretty sure this is all Kookaburras. Oh, yeah, one Koala. We also have specific pieces of gold. These are all pictured in my spreadsheet in the Discord that I shared with you guys. I have everything pictured so you can get at least better eyes on this stuff. For stuff that you may actually want, so it's ranging. It's a generic bar. That'll probably let that go at start, or let it go at spot, or start at spot. I could only let myself part away with one Libertad. Kilo piece for anybody feeling ridiculous like I was in my early 20s when I bought this piece. Whitney over on the tubes. Thanks, guys. No boxing deer. I actually went through... I legit went through my entire stack And I did not find a singular. Now there's also an asterisk here, but I didn't find a singular one within the realms of that stack. Asterisk. There are 3 boxing deer though, but it's part of my display stuff, so it wasn't included in that search. So technically, but we're not talking the regular boxing deer that we had so much of. We had so many of those, but I do not have any of those. I did not have a single one of those in my entire stack. I couldn't believe it. I pulled everything out. I had more of things like, boom, that's, yeah, even gonna bring a couple of Queen's Beast out to be available. Let's face it, I got a lot of foreign stuff with the Queen's face on it. I've told everyone that a Roo is just a boxing deer. Most people thought I was nuts, but some thought it was funny. Oh, totally down with the boxing deer. Fuck yes, all day. Let's see. I also have a roll of, I believe this isn't the Birds of Prey series, is it? Yeah, no, these are just regular maples, a whole roll of 25 of them, with your traditional milk spotters in there, of course. But yeah, you can see I got that from MCM back in the day. Full roll. Roll of these there's 25 in each roll. Even managed to pull a few ASEs out to part with. And I believe I got this one. I have a couple left for myself, but this one I believe I got from Mr. Balls back in the day. 20-month anniversary. Nice. Thanks for the Prime subscribe. But yeah, boom. Check it. This was a Mr. Balls piece. I remember he bought a handful of them, and then I got a handful of them from him. Couple years back. Couple of fractionals, little fractional pieces. It's really not too many of those. We got some more U.S. currency, and then yeah, like a 2-ounce chalk, a couple of generic bars, a couple more maples. And then this is generic bullion. So there's a lot of options, I think. It's pretty diverse. Bit balls around. Nice. Yeah. I remember, sometimes I remember certain coins. And I remember that was from a selection of stuff I bought from Mr. Balls. So I thought, that was a good piece of history. There's some history with that coin, right? But I still got a couple more, so. Yep, so that's pretty much, well, I guess I could show you. These were just buffaloes, just random assortment of generic buffs. Nothing more. And pretty much a roll of Benjis, Walkers, and 40%ers. So, yeah. And, if my whole grand plan with the auction and stuff doesn't really go down like I wanted to, blah, 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 all this stuff will be available for sale one way or another, So if you got eyes for something, you'll probably get it. Right? And man, it's always hard to part with things too. Like, I was very picky. I even had a few pandas, and like, I was like, maybe I could give one of these away. And I was looking at them, and I was like, no, I can't. No, I can't. I only have one of each of these, and I only have 2 of those. So no, I still want those 2. It was like that for a lot of these. So it really depended on the volume of things that I had. So if that tells you anything. Kookaburra wise, yeah. I also have like rolls that are still sealed from the mint. Like they come pretty much like this, but in a cellophane wrap, stacked in a box. Like that's how those come from the Perth. And I have like a couple of those on top of some kilos. But like, even though they're monstrous and they eat up space and they're heavy and blah blah blah, it's like, well, I still don't really want to get rid of them because it's the only one I got. Can't break up the panda party. Nah. Can't get rid of any of my animals. But I still tried to provide things that was still good and tasteful, and there's variety. It's not just one thing. It's not just like a barrage of Philharmonics or something, Be like, oh my god, guys, look at all this cool stuff I got. It's just milky spotted fucking Philharmonics. But yeah, I like super reorganized and rearranged my stack because, like, dude, I had been in and out of that so many times. Like, it got so out of hand and just so disorganized. And like, I had like stacks of coin flipped, just random dimes, right? Quarters, just quarter, nothing special about them. They're all flipped up just individually, and I'm like, why did I do this? So I ripped every single one out and then just tubed it up, and then like I created space that was like this, and I literally like brought it down to this just by putting things in tubes. And I was like, why did I do that? So my stack now makes a little bit more sense. It's more put together. It's not just haphazardly thrown in there. I can't get rid of any of my animals. Oh, I'd already read that. Silver is silver to me. Milk spots don't mean shit to me. Yeah. Yeah, some people don't like them, but of course I don't really hear too many about Philharmonic collectors. Da. Or no, that's Russian. Yeah, I collect the Philharmonica. That's all I collect. I collect nothing else. Nothing is better. ASC, no better. 9. Libertad better. 9. The Kookaburra is better. 9. Only Philharmonica. Yeah, so I mean, you don't really hear about too many people who specialize in those. So I don't think we're too worried about spots on those for sure. The maples, I should do that just so you can say you know someone like that. Oh yeah, do you know anybody? Oh yeah, no, I know a person. Oh yeah, she fucking loves those things. I don't know why. But we love her anyways. Philharmonic collectors need to meet a boxing deer. Yeah, no, just kind of like on that same level, with the kangaroos and, a lot of the koalas. And to some extent, even the kookaburras. But the kookaburras get a pass because, like, I mean, these are very different than what a roo comes out as the Roo is very barbaric in production compared to a Kookaburra. Plus, Kookaburra is like, that's their bullion baby of the collection. So they ain't going to sleep on the Kook. And then, but yeah, there is some redundancy, but they do change the design every year, and that's why I liked them. But I haven't got them over the past couple years, so. I think the last one I got may have been a 2021, the 30th anniversary. Or, well, the 2020s for sure. I might only have one 2021. I dialed it way the fuck back. Now, there are, of course, like, just a handful of some of the earlier Kooks that have lower mintages that bring up just a bit of a premium. Not that much, but, you know, that's kind of cool. And then some of the derivative stuff, like, you know, they had the 2-ouncers and then the 10-ouncers and then the fucking kilos. You know, they got me with the kilos, right? So... Man, I have been seeing a lot out in, like, the Facebook groups and, like, a lot of stuff. Like, it's like, it seems like a lot more fancier style coins have come out over the past few years. Lots of colors, you know, designs, very, like, intricate designs in some case. Lot more just designer based stuff too. I feel like I've seen. Tempting, all tempting, but like, gotta stick to my plans. I am in sell mode. I can't stand the colorized shit. Yeah, no, I mean, that's not something I'm totally wild about, but I have a couple of pieces. Like, I only have 2 of the newy colorized, like, Star Wars posters. I think it's Empire and Return of the Jedi. I have, like, those 2 and, like, maybe a couple other pieces. I didn't go too heavy on those either. I don't even think I have a colorized ASE in my collection. This is like one of those things. I would have thought I had at least one of those, but no, I didn't have one of those. Well, I've been doing this for about an hour and a half. It was cool seeing you guys and getting to talk to you again and kind of letting you know what I've been doing. And, you know, I kind of got the stream haphazardly put together to where we can make it workable. There's bot stuff still I could do, and a couple of, like, overlay things, like in between the scenes, like crunchy fucking tunes. But like this, for example, you know, I could spruce that up, but I finally got that back in there, but the intermission is gone. So, you know, there's cleanup. Crunchy fucking tunes. Oh my god, these tunes. These crunchy fucking tunes. So, yeah, I heard the song and I'm like, alright, this might be a good note to end on. But I'm not even sure I can run credits right now. My end screen isn't put together. Where the heck is that? Be right back's not back. Yeah. So, I just needed to see if I could get it to run. Looking forward to more streams, crunchy tunes, and all that good shit. Yeah. I'll try and make it happen, Captain. This was a big step, just getting it running. So, okay, now that I can push a couple of buttons and make it a little easier, can make it happen. Well, yeah, Mike the Greek, thanks so much for showing up, hanging out, talking with me. Same to you, Whitney. Appreciate you both. And anybody who may have been lurking, as well as Meep, who had to go to sleep. But I'll let the song play. It slaps. But once it's over, I'll close it. If you happen to get time in Seattle for some reason, oh, absolutely. But the way it's looking, I mean, I already kind of know how this is going to go. We're pretty much going airport to the cruise port. So, I wish, dude. Even on the back end, I'm not sure if I'll have to look at the back end. Maybe I'll have a little bit of wiggle room in the back, but that is at my disembarkation. Oh my god, these tunes. These crunchy candy beans over on the YouTube. Hey, Kenny, I caught you on the YouTube before I was about to close the stream out, dude. Can't wait to see the greens next time. Kenny beans on the YouTubes. But alright, guys, that's going to do it tonight. Thanks for hanging out for me and testing with me. And, yeah, stuff to look forward to. I guess, maybe. Mostly me just shilling you parts of my collection. But alright, guys. Thanks for showing up for the test. Kenny Beans as well. And I'll be in the Discord.